Dear God, if it's your will, let this video be released, and be released. Please be of any prayer request. Anyone who hears the video, let your word come through. May you speak through me. Amen. Sorry. What's up, peculiar people? Christian Stereotype here. This is actually the second time I'm shooting this video. Just want to give a heads up. My face was way too close to the camera. It's actually kind of hilarious. But the second time I'm shooting this video. Just want to give a heads up about stuff. I haven't really done this in a while, like 6 months, maybe more. Haven't talked about the life and death of Jesus Christ, that whole series. Haven't talked about that or anything. But I've been listening to it, but I've been making my excuses not to read it, not to dedicate. I feel bad about that. And hopefully, God willing, we can get that back up here. All depends on Jesus, so pray for me. It's been a good series, and I've written a lot of notes. I'm going to talk about them on here on YouTube. Who may be watching or reading. I took a lot of notes for like each chapter. I kind of stopped taking notes because I've just been lazy and using work, school as an excuse not to do it. But I'm looking for something different on the channel. Something that came to me a few weeks ago that I want to talk about. My old youth pastor, I'm looking at my phone by the way. My old youth pastor had posted a video on sorry, not a video. He posted a Bible verse in Amos 5, verses 21 to 24. It's interesting. It's reading the MSG version. That sounds funny, but I'm gonna read it. It says, Amos 5, 21, 24. I can't stand your religious meetings. I'm fed up with your conferences and conventions. I want nothing to do with your religion projects and your pretentious slogans and goals. I'm sick of your fundraising schemes, your public relations and image making. I've had all I can take of your noisy ego music. When was the last time you sang to me? Do you know what I want? I want justice, oceans of it. I want fairness, rivers of it. That's what I want. That's all I want. And it's interesting to me because at first I looked at it, I'm like, wow, that's kind of harsh. God, is that really what you want people to hear? And I kind of took it the wrong way. But you can probably read the KJV version. We'll read the original King James for all you KJV junkies out there. The people that really prefer the original King James, so we can read that version too. And all my broken English. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither I will guard the peace offerings of your fat beast. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear thy melody of thy vows. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Let me read that again one more time. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. This is God talking, of course. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Okay, so that's 24. Read 25. Have you offered me unto sacrifices and offerings wilderness 40 years, O Israel? So just getting down to the heart of the matter. After this is about the heart of the matter. I'll be 26 as well. Just 26. But you have borne the tabernacle of your Malak and Shin, your images, the star of your God, which you have made to yourself. So it's talking about idols and stuff like that. But yeah, during the time when I first read this verse, I was planning, during the time when I saw that verse on the old youth pastor who used to go to the church I used to attend, during that time, coincidentally, I was helping the student team at the school I work at plan events. And it was a event kind of like, I guess you can say a Christian Halloween, which I'm not going to get into that whole thing. But that's kind of the event I was hoping for. And I was thinking like, okay, what is God trying to tell me here? We're talking about stuff like fundraisers as well, stuff like car washes and all that. And I'm thinking, okay, so God doesn't want me to fundraise. God doesn't want me to sing songs. God's against modern music. So kind of how I took it. But I started thinking, no, that doesn't sound right. It's not really what Jesus is saying. So I think the Holy Spirit gave me this analogy. This isn't the exact situation, but maybe this is how God feels. Um, for all of those who have parents, youth out there who have parents and they're divorced and they're divorced. Maybe Christ feels like that sometimes. Cause I've heard more often than once that divorced. Sorry, I keep quitting my. I'm tired. That divorced, the kids with parents who have been divorced, they often feel like each parent is competing for the child's love to get back at the other parent. Other youth from one class talk about how like she felt that her dad bought her all this stuff, but he bought her a car one time, but bought all these gifts for her birthday, but he was just competing for he was just competing for the love of the child to get back at the other parent. Maybe that's how God feels. That's the situation that God's talking about. Maybe that's how he feels. He feels like, we're giving attention to all this stuff. Music, conventions, assemblies, but we have our own false idols, our own ulterior motives to do it. And he's talking about all this stuff. And maybe that's how Jesus feels. He feels like the child stuck in the middle. The child stuck in the middle between two divorced parents who were constantly attacking each other for wanting. I know this makes sense, but maybe that's how God feels. Jesus is when all. I'm sorry, I keep going from place to place, but all the girl wanted was just for a dad to spend time with her, and maybe that's all Jesus wants. Just stop all the meetings, all the conventions, all the meetings, the conventions, all the arguments, all the loud music. Just come back to the heart of worship. Jesus doesn't want us to spend so much focus on that we lose sight of him. He probably feels like the divorced child in the middle, the child that's just stuck, and he's not getting any real attention. He's just being given stuff with no heart in it. I think that's how Christ feels. He feels like he's been given stuff with no heart in it. So God feels like the divorced child in the middle sometimes. And if that's the relationship of God's been, you can fix that. I get that sometimes. We really get stuck in this mundane things of going to church, singing songs, being caught up in the music, caught up in the good worship. But we're not actually spending quality time with God. We give him lavish gifts. Maybe put a lot of money in the donation plate. But nothing's we're not really giving the widow's mite. We're not giving an all. And God wants to give us the all. There's a verse that says, I'm gonna look it up. There's a verse that says, I want your money, not your sacrifice. I'm sorry. I want your love, not your sacrifice. Hosea 6:6. I don't want your sacrifices, I want your loves. I don't want your offerings, I want you to know me. So that's what God, I think that sums up right there. That's what God wants. Sometimes he gets tired, like to think of, for all of you who have divorce, who have parents out divorced, you probably can relate to Jesus in this way. You can relate to him in ways that I can't, in terms of you're being given gifts from each parent, but it's not really for you, it's for the other parent to attack them. And it's not authentic. And God wants the authenticity. He just wants the authenticity. He loves you, and you need to learn to love him. And remember, you are loved.